Lithium Universe Limited, ASX LU7 on the Australian Stock Exchange, is a lithium industrial company, which means that they don't dig up lithium, they actually refine it. And joining me right now is the CEO and part of the Lithium Universe Dream Team, Alex Anley. Hello, Alex.
G'day, Tim. Thanks for having me.
Please give us a quick update on the company's status right now, particularly around the refinery update recently in Canada.
Yeah, that's right, Tim. So the company, as you rightly said, we're focused within the conversion or the refinery side of things. So what we see is the biggest opportunity within North America is within what we call the conversion gap, right? There's huge supply coming online within northern Quebec in James Bay, but also throughout the transatlantic region. And then from a demand perspective, there's about 1,000 gigawatts of capacity currently getting built out through different gigafactories and CAM facilities in the eastern seaboard of North America. The missing link currently is the conversion. There's only about 100,000 tonnes slated for delivery by 2028, and currently no operational spodumene converters in North America. So the company has obviously honed in and focused ourselves on this strategy. And as you said, also, with the experience that we have, the expertise in the Lithium Dream Team, comprising Iggy Tan, Dr. Jingwan Liu, also Pat Scallum, and a number of other proponents with experience both in spodumene and lithium carbonate refinery. We've obviously got the team and the expertise to deliver on these expectations. So that's how we focused on in the refinery, and we've made very good progress today.
Alex, can you please give us an update on the field work regarding the refinery?
Yeah, for the last 6 months, we've been doing field work, both ecological, environmental surveys on Lot 22 at Becancour, which we signed the option on earlier this year. Lot 22, Tim, as we talked about previously, it's within what we call the Becancour Industrial Waterfront Park. This is home to Nemaska Lithium, also home to GM POSCO with their Ultium cell factory, but also Ford SK Pro. So we're obviously in good company at Becancour. There has been, essentially no showstoppers, so there's no surprises there. This is aligned with our expectations going into this existing industrial estate. And now we're going through the process of not only finishing the definitive feasibility study, which we've been working on with Hatch for the last 9 months, and within our final stages, and should be completed within by the end of the year. So all things are moving ahead quite strongly. As you would have seen, we've made our application to Hydro-Quebec for the very cost-effective hydroelectricity, green power, which is essentially what we see as about a tenth of what you would probably typically pay in WA. So there's huge advantages there, and we're obviously fast-tracking all the different elements in parallel.
One of the great benefactors for the lithium industry is the Critical Minerals Act. Now, of course, governments around the world are very keen to, generally speaking, engage this kind of industry. You have a lot of support in federal government in Canada. Please just let us go through that.
Yeah, so you're quite right. So Quebec province itself, it was one of the first provinces to bring in a critical minerals strategy back in 2019. It was quite a mature strategy, and what we've seen is both Ontario and Quebec essentially be the leaders within Canada for a lot of this processing and automaker battery manufacturers as well. So the support that we've had, it's let's just say it's ongoing, not only at the federal level in Ottawa, but also support at the provincial level, right? With entities like Investissement Quebec, which are typically seen as the gold standard for foreign direct investment support. Similarly, even on the local level at Becancour, a project like ours obviously fits into the whole ecosystem, which is becoming, transitional energy valley within Quebec. So all three sort of major components of government stakeholder engagement is definitely fully underway, and we've had now our second meeting with Minister Fitzgibbon Minister Fitzgibbon, as you know, is the Minister of Economics and Energy. So he's essentially the man and trailblazer behind the big movement for Quebec in this energy transition and building out this huge infrastructure. So yeah, good support. And as you say, Tim, what we've seen in the last 12 months, typically within Quebec itself, is huge support, right, for companies like GM POSCO, like SK Ford, but also for companies like Northvolt, right, coming in and building a factory at Saint Basile near Mount Montreal. So there's strong support, both federal and provincial level, for all these foreign direct investment companies coming into the province. So very, very positive, mate.
Alex, at the moment, the lithium industry is probably suffering some difficulty in terms of pricing. So you're not a lithium producer, and so what is the business strategy essentially driving the Lithium Universe project?
In terms of I suppose pricing, market pricing at the moment, we had a very good week in China recently, where I had Pat Scallon, Iggy Tan, and Jingwan with me, and we talked to a lot of the Chinese refineries, existing producers, to get an understanding of their bottom line. Now, from our understanding, the current prices as we see it today, and have we've been tracking sideways for some time within that range, is really the bottom, right? These are where the margins for the Chinese producers are very slim. And we probably can't see this going very much lower than where we are today. So I suppose that's a little comment on the market side of things. Where Lithium Universe has positioned itself is essentially in a very unique position where we can build a foundation within Quebec, what we see as the biggest and emerging tier 1 jurisdiction for spodumene, to then become, I suppose, part of the OEM and broader supply chain within North America. There's a very strong onshoring and decoupling strategy currently underway within North America to decouple from Chinese converters, who currently, what we estimate, control about 95% of the world's spodumene conversion. So for us, it's a strategic move. It's definitely a deliberate move to put a refinery up in North America, and with the amount of tariffs that are put on Chinese imports, and also eligibility for IRA funding, our perspective is that it's going to be very, very, very easy to get a American producing OEM on board. So for us, Tim, we're really looking at building out that conversion, being a conversion specialist, and being part of the broader supply chain.
And closing the conversion gap, I've been speaking with Alex Hanley, who's the CEO of Lithium Universe on the Australian Stock Exchange LU7, and Alex is part of the Lithium Dream Team. Alex, thank you very much for joining me today.
Thanks, Tim.